Hi, Patrick here, and welcome to Instant Customer TV. Today, we're going to talk about counseling, and with us we have Rachel Eddins, who is the founder of Eddins Counseling Group and also a therapist, and she's going to share with us some insights. So, Rachel, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Patrick. I'm happy to be here.
Great to have you here and looking forward to having a great conversation. So I thought we could start with a question that might be on people's mind, and that is, what is counseling?
That's a great question. Well, counseling is really a process of just, seeking out support to live a better life. So it can be for any particular issue. It could be a mental health issue. Perhaps you want to stop, with anxiety or depression or worrying or something like that. Or it could also be with your career or your relationship or any area that you feel stuck in your life. That's a great place to seek counseling and get some outside support and find new ways to approach a situation or solve problems or just to live better in your life.
Great, great. So why do people come to counseling? What motivates someone to seek out counseling?
Well, a variety of different things, of course. Counseling is a special kind of relationship, so it's not necessarily always workable. Let's say if you're asking, your friends or your family for support or guidance or that sort of thing, sometimes they're not always able to really give you the kind of support or information or help that you need. So counseling really, people might seek counseling because maybe they're, for example, they want to change a career, but they keep not following through on the certain actions that might help them to change that career. Or they notice that they keep arguing or getting in the same arguments with their partner. Or they feel stuck with maybe obsessive thoughts or ruminating over the same kind of worries and fears and that sort of thing, and are just looking for an outside perspective. So that's the thing about a counselor, is that a counselor really can help you get that outside perspective and look at situations in a new way. The thing about it is that we all feel scared sometimes. We all have worries, self-doubt, or even shame that maybe we've never shared with anybody. And really sharing that and going through that process with a counselor can be very relieving and help you open up to finding new solutions in your life and just making things happen that you really want to happen, whatever your goals are or whatever is going to help you have a more meaningful life.
Okay, sounds great. So what can people expect from going through a counseling program?
Okay, so first of all, it's important to remember that if you seek out counseling, that's an act of courage. So you want to congratulate yourself for that, because it's not always easy to take that step and then to figure out, who am I going to trust and that sort of thing. But second of all, when you get into that process, you want to remember that you're the one in charge. So you go there and you let your counselor know, this is what I'd like to work on. And basically, the process is your counselor is going to help you to identify what is it that's going to make a meaningful life for you. What is it that you really want out of your life? And so we're working together to identify things that are going to help you achieve that. So whether it's, increasing self-confidence or believing in yourself more, or working on your inner critic, or making specific, behavioral changes or taking steps towards a particular action, you're working together. And the relationship is really important. So whenever you feel uncomfortable about something or scared about something, this is the place to share that. And it's a great opportunity for you to also practice skills that you might use in communicating in a relationship with your counselor, because it's really about you're the one in charge. It's really about your needs. It's all about you, and your counselor's job is simply there to support you.
Okay, great. So as the audience are watching now, they might be interested and I want to take that next step. So what are maybe 3-4 things you could recommend to someone to look for when they're going to choose a counselor or a therapist for themselves?
Yeah, certainly. So, you could look online, or you could ask a friend, or a healthcare practitioner or somebody. Do you know somebody that you might recommend? Or if you can look online and sort of identify, get a sense or a feel for what their philosophy might be like, what their areas of specialization might be like, that sort of thing. But then once you have that initial meeting, of course, it's really, really important, because the relationship is really the most important piece of it. So it's important that you feel safe and comfortable, and that you feel that you could relate to the person. Of course, you're going to feel anxious, and that's pretty normal. But you want to feel like they have your best interest at heart, that they're caring, that they're interested in your story, and that maybe in that first session too, have some ideas on how they're going to help you and what that might look like. So that's sort of what you might expect if you have your first visit, and that's what I would be looking for.
Okay, great. So I know that you have a successful practice and business, and you've helped a lot of people. So maybe you can share with us your approach to counseling and therapy.
Say number one, that my approach is very hopeful and optimistic and compassionate approach. I have several years of experience, and one of the things that I've seen over time is that people can change and things can get better. And that's really a big deal, because sometimes things can feel really difficult, or we can feel really stuck. Another thing is that I recognize that we all, as human beings, experience shame or worry or self-doubt, or feelings of inadequacy or fear or insecurity, and all of those things are very normal and part of our human experience. And so it's important for me to help validate that and help people find their true voice and their healthy voice underneath the worry and the fear and the self-doubt. So I would say my approach is certainly compassionate in that sense, and validating. And then I would say that secondly, which I also think is important, is very practical. So I believe that we all have the skills or the resources within us to overcome and life's challenges and to handle things, and that's important, and I want to help people identify that. And our inner critic and things like that often get in the way of that, and so we get stuck, or we don't trust ourselves and that sort of thing. So I want to help people identify and use the resources they already have. But then secondly, I practically want people to learn skills that are going to help them to cope. I have experience, and I go to trainings and professional and personal development. So I've learned a thing or two about what works, what helps, whether it is you're seeking help for overcoming emotional eating or anxiety or making a career change or whatever that might be. There are specific skills and resources and coping resources that can help you feel better and make the changes that you want in your life.
Okay, great. So I'm thinking now someone is watching and they want to take that next step. They feel they're in a place where they want to go from where they are to maybe where they want to be, the specific results that they want to create, or maybe some of the frustrations and discomfort that you explained earlier. So they want to take action now and do something. So what is something special you can do for the audience who want to take action today and contact you?
Well, if you'd like to contact us, just so you know, we also have online counseling available. We do face-to-face counseling in Houston, Texas, and the online counseling is via phone or video conferencing, like via FaceTime. And if you'd like to get started today, it's never too early to get started. Give us a call at 832-209-2222, and you can schedule a free consultation with one of our therapists or career counselors. And if you're not quite sure, we also, I welcome you just to sign up for our newsletter and get some updates or some articles that might be helpful for you, on your journey to living a more meaningful life.
Okay, great. So if you're watching now and you feel motivated to take that next step, then you can go ahead right now. You have the phone numbers here below. You can also go to Rachel's website and read more about the services that they provide. So Rachel, thank you so much for being here today and sharing with us. Appreciate it very much.
Oh, thank you so much, Patrick. Thank
Thanks.
you.